Hey, what to do, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. So I'm super excited for what we got going on in today's video. And if you guys are anything like me, you probably hate having a high electric bill. So that's kind of what we're gonna be working on today. We got the solar well pump that we've already put down in the ground. Today I'm gonna be building a frame for the solar panels. And then I'm actually kind of thinking ahead a little bit. I'm going to be building a much larger frame than I actually need because eventually I'm gonna get the high pressure part of the system as well. So I gotta figure out how many panels I'm gonna need on that one. And like always, I'm not sure what else is gonna be in this video, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and jump on into it and let's roll. All right, so I went ahead and got the excavator tracked up. We are pretty much ready to start digging. So the thing that I'm the happiest about is that we did not break any water lines.
Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand.
Curious what brand of glove you guys use because I'm tired of this happening. First, you guys can see what it's gonna take to mount this thing up. Probably leaning more towards the 750-12. What does that mean? Normal. RPS. What is the MPP? So something else that I'm excited about, they came and grabbed the last shipping container the other day. So I'm 100% done with that project. And let's get on to the next. Let's go ahead and get this guy fired up. All right, so I went ahead and brought one of the solar panels over. You guys can see these are not the biggest solar panels in the world. They're only 21 by, let's see, 38 and a half. And I think they're 100-watt panels. Don't quote me on that, but we're gonna go ahead and flip this over so you guys can see what it's gonna take to mount this thing up. All right, so taking a quick look at the back side of the panel, you guys can see we have our wiring right here, and it is a 100-watt panel. I do like the name of this, Back 40 Solar, but regardless, we got 4 mounting holes that we're gonna be using. So the frame for this is gonna be super basic, super straightforward. You could build it out of 2x4s or pretty much anything you want, but we're gonna be using 2-inch angle iron, and I think we're gonna be able to fasten 2 sets of panels to 1 piece of angle iron. The high pressure pump, there's 2 kits that I'm looking at. Now initially I was thinking of the TP750-8, but I'm probably leaning more towards the 750-12, which basically has 12 panels, 12 batteries, but you can pump 4,000 to 8,000 gallons per day as opposed to 3,200 to 5,000. So on average, I don't think we pump 4,000 to 8,000 gallons per day. As a matter of fact, I know we don't unless I'm filling up the water truck. But regardless, bigger's better, and I'm gonna have to save up to get this kit anyways, so I might as well just save up like an extra month, 2, maybe 3, or even 4 months. However long it takes me to get that water pump, I do wanna get the bigger one. So we're gonna need to house these panels, which there are 8 for the pump that pulls it up out of the ground. And then we're gonna need to house another 12. So I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly how I want to lay the panels out. If I want to do them 4 panels deep by 5 panels wide, or if I want to do 5 panels deep and 4 panels wide. I got to think about this for a minute, so give me just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and drop some plans real quick so I can actually have something to work off of. But before I get rid of this, you guys, I love finding stuff like this. But before I erase this masterpiece, you guys, I love finding stuff like this. This was done by my little girl. Very, very proud of this. This is me and her holding a rope together, so it does have to go though. All right, well, there is going to be a slight change in plans because I realized that I do not have enough material to build it for the future set as well. I have 5 sticks that are 20 feet long, and if I were to do the 5 panels wide by 4 panels deep, it's gonna be 193 3/4 inches wide, which is roughly 16.145, which means that there's gonna be like a 4-foot leftover piece. But like I said, I've only got 5 of these pieces, and those would get entirely consumed just doing these horizontal pieces right here, and I would have nothing left over for the vertical pieces. So I think we're just gonna build 2 of these, and then down the road, I'll go ahead and build this. So I easily have enough material to do this. And when I do go to build the second one, I'll just build like another perimeter right here, sandwich it together. You know, I don't think you'll even be. All right, well, I went ahead and got all 4 pieces cut. It doesn't matter how big your table is, you always want a bigger one. I wish this stuck out about another maybe 4 feet that way. But regardless, these are gonna be the 2 shorter sides. These are the 2 longer sides. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and weld the short piece to the long piece, bring this guy over here, weld it up over here, and then once it's all kind of squared up, we'll go ahead and slide this over. This piece is gonna overhang, and then we'll attach that last piece over there.
Running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it. Many men have failed.
All right, well, back at it again today. I actually just got done making a short talking about gloves because I have a serious problem with gloves. The left-handed glove almost always does this, just completely starts falling apart. If you guys will notice, these are all right-handed gloves, and they're like all in great shape. And that's because I hold the MIG gun with my right hand, and I work with the metal with my left. So they just start to fall apart super, super fast. So if any welders are watching this video and you guys did not see the little short video that I did, I'm genuinely curious what brand of glove you guys use because I'm tired of this happening. I did pick up a set of black stallion gloves, which these look pretty good. I honestly don't know anything about them. I do have a set of black stallion leathers that I've been using for the past couple months, and I do like it. So I'm excited about these gloves because they do have what looks like some reinforcements right here. They have what's called the drag patch and the rest patch, and there's actually like some cushion right here. So kind of excited about that. But where I typically have the most problem is right here. This stuff usually wears out pretty quick for me, but I kind of like this design. It looks like it's got an extra layer of leather right here to kind of help hold this together. So hopefully these are my new go-to. We'll see how they end up working out, and a couple months from now I'll let you guys know how they work. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and grind this down, get this smooth out those four corners. Then we're gonna bring over some of the panels, set them in place, make sure everything fits. And if they do, then I'm gonna go ahead and weld the heck out of this thing.
Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Will you find me? Hope you find me.
All right, well, I think I did a pretty good job. It lines up pretty good. You guys can see that we're pretty much flat on this side, flat on this side. Walk over here. It actually could cheat a little bit this way, which is totally fine. As we go ahead and separate these things and lift them up, you guys can see that it's pretty well centered. So I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get those holes to line up. If not, I can get a little bit on the creative side. So I only have one center line marked on the outside, and that's this guy right here, but it lines up pretty much exactly where I want it. And I already lifted these ones up to kind of check. You guys can see that they're spaced pretty evenly. We'll go ahead and separate this guy too. We're gonna have plenty of room to go ahead and grab down on both of these and secure them to the frame. So I think it turned out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and take the panels off. We're gonna go ahead and weld this thing up.
When the sunrise, when the sun
All right, so far it's coming along pretty good. We went ahead and got everything welded. I went ahead and ground down where the joints are up top so that the panels can sit nice and smooth, because there was like a little bit of a protrusion from the weld. So this entire top surface is pretty flat. These aren't like 100% perfect, but they're pretty close. And eventually this is gonna go up on like some sort of a shade structure. So the next thing I gotta do is build some legs that come down. And it's going to be pretty tall on this side for now, just so we can get the right pitch. And then once we build the actual shade structure that it's going to go on top of, we can adjust the legs as we need. So I got to run into town real quick. We're going to pick up some primer. We're going to pick up some paint. And then when I get back, we'll go ahead and finish building the legs. And then we'll go ahead and take this thing up there. I may drill the holes down here before we take it up there. Not 100% sure on that one yet. But regardless, I got to run into town. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, well, back at it again today, and I'm pretty excited because I'm hoping that today's the day, fingers crossed, that we actually get to mount the panels on this thing, take it up top, hook it up to the solar pump, and see how much water actually comes up. So hopefully today is an exciting day. I went ahead and got this thing dragged out here because we're gonna paint it. I'm not sure how well you guys are gonna be able to see this on camera. The lighting's kind of weird right now, but we got all the holes pre-drilled. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag a plastic tote over here, flip it upside down. We're gonna paint this thing. First, I gotta move this guy so we don't get overspray on it. And then once we get it all put together, it's gonna be super temporary, but I think we're just gonna tie it to some I-beams so that it doesn't fly away. Because I think within the next couple of days, we're supposed to have some pretty heavy winds, some pretty heavy rains, which super excited for that one. But the last thing I want is that turning into a wind sail and you guys seeing a sad James. So let's go ahead and get this truck moved and then we'll get to work. All right, so getting pretty close to being able to go up top. I do have the frame painted. We have 2 panels secured and mounted to the frame. Everything does fit pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the rest of them, and then I'm gonna secure them all to the frame. I'm not gonna connect any of the wires yet. We'll do that once we get up there, but that's gonna be like super straightforward, super simple. It's like super plug and play. Down here you have a, I don't know which one's which. This one's either negative or positive, and this one's the opposite. So you guys can see we got a negative symbol right there, positive symbol right there. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm basically gonna start here. I'm gonna connect them going down that way. They're gonna jump across and then they're gonna come back this way. So we'll have a positive on this side and a negative on this side, or vice versa, whatever it ends up being. But regardless, it's super quick and straightforward from here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything mounted up and then we'll take this thing up front. All right, well, we went ahead and got the solar panel loaded up on the back of the GMC. It's a lot heavier now than it was about 30 minutes ago, but it is up here. So one more thing that's worth noticing before we head up, this is the first time I've actually messed around with this box. This is a very well-built, heavy-duty case. So I've never actually looked inside of it, and I'm kind of hoping that I can actually just turn the pump on and off with this switch right here. And we'll see how that works, but I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and we'll see what's inside. All right, so I think it's gonna be pretty straightforward. I'm actually gonna have to find my user manual. I seem to have misplaced it, but you guys can see we have these 2 wires right here, which are the ones that go out to the solar panels. You guys can see panel positive, panel negative. Then you have one that says B positive and B negative. And you can actually hook this controller up to a battery bank so that it can pump during the night as well. But then you guys also see that we have the common 2, common 1, WHTA. So one of those is going to be for tank full and one's going to be for tank empty, which is what these guys are. So I'm going to have to find my manual to figure out which one's which. I think we're good. They're a little bit tacky still, but like I said, I'm not super concerned about it. So we're just going to stack them up here with everything else and then we're going to head up top. I almost had some bad news. I could not find the manual. We were trying to figure out how to wire it. We're trying to figure out what 1, 2, 3 meant right here. We went back and watched the old video when we were up here working on it. Ryan's over here helping. Helping. Yep. And as we were watching the video, we saw this part right here where it shows what 1, 2, and 3 means. But in the video, we hadn't written it down yet. So luckily we found the book and we're able to get this thing wired up now. Well, in theory, we should be having a neighbor stopping to talk to us. Cut. Yep. What do you think? 50-50?
Should I stand back?
Yeah, right. It's probably gonna be like drip.
Well, it's gonna shoot out that way, right?
Yeah, it should.
All right.
All right. This.
Got you. I got it right back into the ground.
All right.
Oh no.
No. I think we're okay. We're still good. Everything's connected. I should probably just back my truck up right here. Or see if this will reach. What do you think? You gonna reach?
I think we need a few more wires.
Dang it. All right. She's going right here.
There you go. I think that's safe.
Okay. RPS Solar, don't let me down.
I don't hear anything.
Close the lid. Oh, it says power.
Okay.
It's green, no errors. Doesn't say low power.
Oh,
here it comes.
oh.
That's a decent amount of water. It smell like grinding? Dude, that's a lot of water.
No, it smells good. That's a pretty good amount.
Yeah. I'm impressed. I think I don't know, dude, that's a lot of water.
That's a lot of water.
That's some serious water.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's 1 1/4 inch.
It's got some pressure to it.
Jeez.
That's impressive.
I'd say that's like your average garden hose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta build a pond now. Aaron Brockovich over here. We should get like a parts per million tester out here and
I don't know if we want that. Would that smell?
see what this water's at. Doot, doot, doot. Oh, look at that. Crystal clear.
It's not bad. I mean, for being in
It's a
bucket
dirty
full
bucket.
of dirt, yeah. There's just a little odor to it, but I think this water's been sitting here for 50 years.
Yeah.
I feel like I clean it out a little bit and it should be golden.
Dude, I'm happy. All right, well, we've been up here for what? Maybe 10 minutes?
At least, yeah.
I think at least 10, 15 minutes, and she has not stopped. You guys can still see we're pumping strong. And that's a lot of water. Might not look like a lot, but at a constant feed at that rate.
A big pipe.
Yeah. We should get a 5-gallon bucket and see how fast that is, but if I had to guess, that's probably like 4 gallons a minute, 5.
You're pretty close to 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. When the clouds roll over, it instantly reduces power, like fast.
Let's get a bucket.
Yeah.
Let's test it. I feel like the world wants that.
Okay. Let's see. There's got to be one up here somewhere. All right, so we're getting pretty scientific over here. You guys can see that we got a piece of 3/4 inch pipe with our official reducer right here. Got it coming over into the 5-gallon bucket. I guess go ahead and let it rip.
Get my timer started here.
Okay.
Should we get the water flowing first and then put it on the bucket?
I guess so.
Yeah, I don't want to delay. This has got to be real official.
Okay, I'm gonna have to set the camera down to be that skilled though. Oh,
Cones make a great tripod. It's been my go-to for years.
how we doing? Yep, you can see it. Perfect. All right, full process. All right.
Start it, and as soon as you put the bucket underneath, we'll start the 1-minute timer.
All right, let it rip. Super fast.
You know, it's like all of us. We take a minute to get going.
We got any lights blinking? Oh, here we go. I hear it.
Yep.
We got a small leak. Not bad though. Oh,
Are you good? Yep, started.
okay. Oh, she's getting strong. I gotta... Oh,
Uh-oh.
too much.
Uh-oh.
Ah! Ah! Well, it'll be close-ish.
You're already halfway. You got a hefty well going on here.
Yeah, this...
You're at 26 seconds.
Dang.
So I think with no leaking, we could probably call that 5 gallons in 30 seconds.
All right, we're full.
35 seconds.
Yeah.
10 gallons a minute, give or take.
That's a pretty good well.
That's impressive.
Down, I think. All right, we're gonna do some quick math. I'm gonna try and figure out how long it's gonna take to fill up the water truck with this thing because I'm gonna run into town tonight. I'm gonna get all the stuff to fill up the water truck. So we're doing 10 gallons a minute times 60. So we got 600 gallons
An hour.
an hour. And the water truck's 4,000, so 4,000 divided by 600, 6.5 hours. Actually, it's 6.666. But that's not bad.
Tear down. This wasn't meant to be. Tear down. Tear down. Bad sign.
Yeah, this is Satan's water pump right here.
That's why there's a slight sulfur odor to the water. It all makes sense.
We'll say 6.5 hours for the video's sake.
Not bad.
Yeah. 6.5 hours, fill up a 4,000 gallon water truck off the sun. That's pretty good. So we did forget to do one test. We have the sensor for the tank full, which is this guy right here. So, yeah, let's walk with the assembly over here. All right, there we go. How long do you think it's gonna take? Is it slowing down?
It is slowing down, but is that the cloud cover or is that it turning off? It's slowing down pretty significantly. I don't know. That looks like off.
Yeah, that's pretty close to off, yep. I would say that's off.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how long it takes to go once we pull it back out.
Pump, baby, pump. Well, the air shut off, so I'm assuming that means we're we're probably moving again. Takes a while to turn on, or to get the water up to the surface.
Maybe. I don't hear anything. Oh, I hear it. It's coming. Maybe.
There it is. There it is.
That's pretty quick.
That's quick.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything to be mad about.
Well, response time on the control panel, pretty good. I can live with, what was that, 20 seconds?
Yep. Oh, we don't have the MPPT light flashing anymore.
Oh, what does that mean?
Normal.
RPS. What does the MPPT light stand for? We just read on the troubleshoot code that it's normal if it's blinking, but it's also normal if it's not blinking.
I've seen it both ways, and the pump works great both ways.
Yep. But that's serious water. All right.
All right.
Systems check, good. We're done.
All right. Now I got to start. Let's see. It's a couple thousand feet of PVC to get it to my house.
Hey, I'll feed this whole valley. Nope. All right, well, as far as the pump goes, we're pretty much done, but for entertainment purposes, we may be breaking a water line right now. We decided to go ahead and start digging a pond right here. You guys can kind of see that I started working on this like forever ago, and I think there's a water line about right here. And it's a big one, so I'm gonna run down to the shop, make sure I have a 3-inch repair sleeve and a 4-inch repair sleeve, just in case we break it. But we're only gonna go down a foot or two, and everything was supposed to have been buried 4 feet out here. So whether or not that actually happened, I don't know, but we're gonna go fire up the big excavator, gonna get my truck moved out of the way, and we're gonna start digging right here.
What could go wrong?
Everything. All right, so I went ahead and got the excavator tracked up. We are pretty much ready to start digging. I did find this guy right here, which I think is good news. If I remember correctly, we broke a pipe right here. And if this is where the pipe runs, I think we're gonna be pretty much safe. I might be able to like taper it down a little bit, but I think we can go pretty deep over there. But just to play it on the safe side, I did bring up some 3-inch pipe, some 4-inch pipe. I do have a 4-inch slip coupler, pro span, whatever that is. Got a couple 3-inch couplers. We got a 4-inch cap, a 3-inch cap. And that's pretty much all that I had that was in the 3 and 4-inch range. So push come to shove, we can just cap it and repair it later. So I think we're gonna be okay to go ahead and start digging, and probably about 30 minutes, we'll have a pretty decent sized pond.
All right, done.
Might have broke something already. It was weird, it just like shifted in a sheet like. All right, I went ahead and let Ryan jump in the excavator for a minute. I ran down and grabbed the 299. I'm gonna go ahead and start clearing out some of that area over there. I do have one tree over there that I actually need to save, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear out around it, and then from there we'll go ahead and start shaping the rest of it. Now the panels are not in place. They can be moved to wherever, so I think we might end up going a little bit farther that way with the pond. All right, so we're getting pretty close to how big we want the hole. We just have this little portion right here to carve out. So we're just gonna go ahead and carve out this little bit right here, and then he'll probably back the machine up a little bit, clean up a little bit right there, and then I'm gonna jump in with the 299 and kind of do like all the final shaping. And then tomorrow, if I pick up all the stuff for the solar pump, we'll go ahead and start filling that truck, because I'm gonna need some water sprayed in here to do like the final shaping, the hard packing. And then I gotta find a load of bentonite clay somewhere, or get a big tarp liner. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do yet, but this is a super good start. I'm super happy because we did not break any water lines doing this. All right, well, I think the 299 is about ready to jump into the hole, so I'm gonna go ahead and set it up on a time lapse. Basically, I'm just gonna like smooth this out, smooth that out, put a little bit of a taper on it, and I'll probably push some of this back and put the taper on it over there.
To go for the right. It's the fire. It's the fire.
All right, well, the pond is pretty much dug out. Huge thanks to Ryan, he just took off, but the big excavator pretty much made quick work of this. I would say that we're probably at about 3 feet deep. I still have a little bit of shaping to do right here, but as I was sitting in the 299, the sun was coming down, it was hitting the front window, and I just could not see anything. And then I thought about trying to finish, but all the kids came up and started playing in the dirt, and this one's still up here. She's having a lot of fun. Do you like it? Hey, sweetheart, I love you. But anyhow, I made a ton of progress today. I'm super happy with how everything turned out. I'm gonna run to Home Depot right now to go ahead and get the fittings that we need for that, to fill up that, to maybe throw some water in here. And I'm gonna be honest, I was super surprised with how much water the RPS Solar pump was actually pushing out. 10 gallons per minute, that's pretty impressive for 8 panels. That's a lot of water, guys. So as far as the pump installation goes, there's still a couple things that I need to get done. Everything's pretty much just laying on the floor. So I need to figure out how to hide all this stuff to keep it safe from the rabbits and the varmints. And hopefully tonight they don't come out here and just destroy all the wires that are sitting on the ground. But overall, super pleased. And if any of you guys are at all interested in picking one of these things up, I'm gonna put a link down below that'll take you guys to their website. Super, super cool. Highly recommend it. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this screws this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you could do me a huge solid, like, subscribe, share this video with your amigos, hit that notification button down below so you guys can continue to see progress on the pond build. This has been a long time coming. Started this thing probably almost 2 years ago, and then life got in the way. So we are gonna try and finish this thing. Eventually I wanna have like a little river coming down that way, a little river coming down that way. But like everything that's out here, it takes time and money, and I have to plan accordingly. So once again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Later.